Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards, cuz Commanders, number 1. I am one of your hosts, Daniel. I've got both Sherman and Slothy with me today. Sherman, how you doing?
Doing good. It's getting cold again. It's snowing outside. Right when we thought we're done with it. No, it comes back with a vengeance. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Lots of the music writing, like I was saying kind of last week. Working on that. I've got a big organization of Magic projects so that I can. I had to go through a bunch of stuff to get staples again. So I finally pulled out a bunch more of my normal rocks that I like. Just my command spheres, just getting them all organized in one spot. So now that I've done that, I've got a bunch of decks that I want to finish building up, and I know I know it'll be fun. So it just the tedious part was the gathering all of the pieces for them. So I just go through and have big, huge stack of cards on my table now, and life goes on, right? And yourself, Slothy, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Still on light duty at work for another couple weeks. So that's been fun. I'll say.
Yeah, you bonked your head.
Sorry. Yeah, bonked it way harder than I thought it did. Apparently. Started writing a new screenplay this week, actually.
That's pretty cool.
To kind of keep busy. So that's been an all right week.
Any hints on what it's about, or is that for later?
It's quite dystopian. Very. I don't want to compare, but in my head, it's very Lynchian.
Okay. You yeah. I like creative projects just in general. That's like one nice thing, that Magic is kind of a creative project for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely very nice to have other outlets and stuff like that. For me, a lot of, like I said, just that music, the music writing stuff in general lately has been just a really nice use of my time.
Mm-hmm. Close up, Dan.
Yeah, exactly. So they're trying to fix camera angles. I'm still trying to fix camera angles. Why don't you let us know? You know what? Before that, we've got Thunder here with us. Thank you, Thunder, for joining with us as well. Always a pleasure to have you here. I wanted to get some of the quick business things out of the way. A bummer that we weren't able to make the face-to-face event, but we'll be at some of the other ones and stuff. So hopefully, if anyone went out to the Edmonton one, they had a blast. They got to probably play with the Rogues Passage guys, which is nice. They're also very, very fun. So very cool if you guys got to go out and meet them. Sorry again, we didn't get out to this one. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. It really does help us out. If you want any of these cards from what we're about to talk about, already looking at the commander. I don't like that price. The commander's looking rough. If you want those cards, though, go to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. You're going to get a good discount. And yeah, if you want to support us above and beyond, just kind of come over to Patreon, hang out with us. It really easy to come build decks, chat with us. Probably the easiest way to get in chat with us is just through like the Patreon, the Discord stuff. So yeah. Oh, and AI armor sleeves. Put these cool decks in AI armor sleeves. That's it. That's the business. Thanks to everyone again who has been like, share, subscribe. It does really help us out. So, and I've seen a lot more comments lately, so I really appreciate that too. Even if you guys want to just be like, hey, Daniel's a bad deck builder and doesn't put instants in, it's still a comment. It still helps me out. So feel free to stop in. And now with that, who are we talking today?
Sure. Today we've got Sephiroth, Planet's Heir. It's a 4 blue and a black for a 4/4 legendary human avatar soldier. With vigilance, when he enters, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Sephiroth.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, it can be a little bit of a problem. It's kind of like you were saying. It's saying it's $48 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a little ridiculous, but
yeah, I'm hoping some of the price on these Final Fantasy ones come down because they look really cool. This is one of the, I would say, silliest blitz your table commanders I've seen in a long time. Like the ability to just so easily drop this with anything that enables haste and win, like kill any problematic player, is wild.
Yeah, it's pretty silly, especially when you're able to do a bunch of blink stuff and clear everything constantly, so you've got a free outlet to attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really the way I went with this one, but...
Well, the nice thing is that this isn't gonna it's not gonna get harmed by like the Massacre Girl or like Massacre Worm kind of style wipes that are gonna chain wipe everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a lot of counters.
Yeah.
I play
fast.
I play so many token decks, so like this is like an existential threat to my play style. You drop this in and just kill 100 of my Saprolines, and then I have to cry for the rest of the game.
Oh, Rigo hates this card.
Yeah, Rigo does hate this card for sure. You're killing nearly everything in my Rigo deck with this. It's I'm interested to see the way you went. You went pretty budget again. Still nice $98 deck. I don't think that includes this commander, does that include this commander?
No, it doesn't include it yet.
Not yet. Nice little estimated bracket too, so you could power this up pretty easy if you want. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start into just artifacts on this? Again, that's such a strong commander.
Yeah, let's jump into the artifacts here.
Before we even do that, I was just gonna say this is like it's a 4/4, and a 4/4 for 6 mana seems kind of weak. But most games, this isn't going to come down as like less than like a 10/10, you know?
Like the nice thing is that it's going to get, besides tokens, it's going to get rid of anyone that has like mana dorks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, so, this is anti-elf tech for sure.
Yeah. But jumping into the artifacts here, we've got Arcane Signet, 2 mana, tap it for 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity.
Nice and easy. We have a charcoal diamond as well, and I talk endlessly about how I like the diamonds. 2 mana, enters tapped, you tap for a black mana. Easy peasy.
I love diamonds so much.
And then we have a stack of commander spheres, like Daniel said, for 3 mana. Tap to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity, and then you sacrifice a draw a card.
Yeah. We've got Conjurer's Closet. 5 mana. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under your control.
I am so glad they reprinted this in the commander set from the Aether Drift.
Yeah.
Like, look at the price of that now. $1.79. This used to be like a $10 to $15 card, and then after one reprint, it just drops. I'm like, yes.
I think it's a lot of reprints.
It did also get a reprint in Innistrad Remastered.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's 2 in 3 months.
Yeah, it really needed reprints though, because there's Blink's just such a fun archetype, right? There's like so many cool commanders, again, like this one, that you kind of like, you don't want to just be stuck with that. Like the Sephiroth is kind of an answer from the command zone to an overwhelming board state, right? Like it keeps you in check. It's going to punish players like myself who don't have an answer for it, right? I'm going to have to sit there and like come hat in hand to Sherman and be like, please get rid of his things, you know?
No.
Yeah, right. Like it's the having a commander that has just such a powerful ETB is there's just so many of them lately and stuff, right? Like there's been so many really, really cool ETB commanders, and I love ETB. I love ETB. I love just any of those landfall, anything entering mechanics, really, right? So
yeah,
I've
entering, leaving.
Yeah, I've just traditionally always had a stack of this for like Prestons, for Elish Norns, for runes, like just like I just like to enter the battlefield. You know what I mean? It's a good one. Like even from Bloomberg, like the Marigold, Arthur Marigold Knight, like that's a full ETB themed deck. And having that ability to bounce it before it has to go back, it's very nice. The Conjurer's Closet is, it desperately needed a reprint so badly. That and Teleportation Circle. It's not an expensive card, but you can't find it anywhere.
Well, it was only in the one set, right? From like Lord, not Lord
D&D, yeah.
Freaking Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's it's a difficult one to find. I think on the next one. Did we read Conjurer's Closet?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Blinky Blink, you get it. We have a Contagion class because we have a commander that has counters on it, so very easy to run Proliferate Theme as like a side thing in it, or just even for itself. But it's also a nice -1/-1 counter on target creature. 2 mana, it enters, you put out -1/-1, and pay 4, tap, you can Proliferate. Yeah.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Yep. Then we got a Dimir Clue Stone for 3 mana. Tap to add a blue or a black, and you can tap a blue and a black and tap it to sacrifice the Clue Stone to draw a card.
Yeah. Solid rocks. I like to race for any commander that has like a 6 mana. I like to keep a lot of rocks in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Going down this list, it looks like you do as well.
Oh, I always. But we've got Dimir Locket next. 3 mana, you can tap it for blue or black, and you can pay Hybrid Dimir 4 times and sacrifice it to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. I like those little throwaway ones for later when I get bullied and everyone takes the things I love from me. You know? It's
Yeah.
I get it. We have a Dimir Signet as well, just kind of an old staple. 2 mana, you pay 1 and tap it, and you get 1 black, 1 blue.
Moving on, we have a Felwar Stone for 2 mana. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce.
I like your ramp package so far. It also cheap. $15 ramp package isn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Jack-O-Lantern. 1 mana. You can pay 1 and tap it, sacrifice it, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard, and draw a card. And you can pay 1 to exile it from your graveyard and add 1 mana of any color.
That filter is nice. There's a lot of times, especially because I really track board states like a lot. So I know for a fact that if, you don't have the traditional 2 blue up. I can see that. I'm tracking it. You don't have normal counters, right? But like being able to just filter through and be like, I actually do is really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, really enjoy this card, especially lately. It, like you said, the filtering, keeping stuff from being able to be reanimated, card draw, awesome art.
Yeah. It's just so nice to be able to I have like Muldrotha decks. If you hit my Lionized Diamond, kind of really wrecks what I'm doing after I've thrown away all the cards in my hand. I have nothing in hand, and I lose the Lionize is a little rough. I like that one. It's a fun introduction. You showed me this one for sure. Next we have our Midnight Clock, 2 and a blue. It taps for a blue. You pay 2 and a blue, and you can put an hour counter on it. At the beginning of each upkeep, you put an hour counter on it. When the 12th hour counter is put on it, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards, exile this artifact. I also really like this card.
Mm-hmm.
A nice hand reset, a nice mana sink for if I need to. It's it's cool.
Yeah.
That's Eldraine one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, original Eldraine.
Next one we have here is going to be Mind Stone for 2 mana. Tap it for colorless, or you can tap 1 and tap it to sacrifice the Mind Stone to draw a card.
I also need a stack of Mind Stones, Rube.
Yeah. We've got our Sky
I'll switch you. I'll take this Sky Diamond. 2 mana. It enters tapped. You tap it for a blue. Like I said, I love all the diamonds. The last time I bought them, I think 40 of each.
Golly.
It's never enough.
That makes sense.
It's never enough.
Then we've got our Strixhaven Stadium. 3 mana. Tap it for colorless. Put a point counter on it. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter from it. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, put a point counter on it. Then if it has 10 or more, remove them all, and that player loses the game. Card's at $1 now. Aw.
Is it just going up in price now, finally?
Yeah.
Probably from you.
Yeah.
Or from you, Daniel. You just bought them all.
I did start putting them in a lot of decks. It's a cool rock. The You Lose rock is pretty cool.
All right. We got to get some protection for our commander. So we have a Swiftfoot Boots for 2 mana. It's an equipment. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste, and it has equip cost of 1.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I switched our order, so I have the Talisman of Dominance. 2 mana. You tap for a colorless or either a black or blue, and 1 damage to you.
Yeah. Then we've got the Wayfarer's Bauble. 1 mana, you can pay 2 and tap it to sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle.
Woohoo.
I like that. I like this Fallout art on. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
What section would you like to go to next? Do we want to go right into creatures? Do you want to end with creatures?
Yeah, we can jump into creatures. It really doesn't make too much of a difference for this one.
All right. So I got it here. All right. So we're going to start off with creatures for Azure Beastbinder for a 1 and a blue. It's a rat, it's a rogue, it's a 1/3. It has vigilance. It cannot be blocked by a creature with power 2 or greater. Ooh, so it pretty much has like Skulk. Whenever the Beastbinder attacks, up to one target artifact, creature, or planeswalker an opponent controls loses all abilities until your next turn. If it's a creature, it also has base power and toughness 2/2 until your next turn. Yay!
That's rough. Not only do I lose my commander's ability or whatever, but you also turn it into a 2/2.
It won't be a 2/2 for long, don't worry.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll be dead soon.
Yeah.
The ability to just keep things locked down like that is rough, if you weren't killing them. I believe it's me with this Clackbridge Troll. A nice give people more creatures to kill. 3 double black for an 8/8 troll, big boy. Trample haste. When it enters, target opponent creates 3/0/1 white goats. At the beginning of combat on your turn, an opponent may choose to sack a creature. If they do, tap it, you gain 3 life, you draw a card. I like it.
Yeah. Then we've got Corrosive Mentor. 2 and a black for a 1/3 elemental rogue. Black creatures you control have Wither.
Yeah.
And,
It's annoying.
And for those who
That's so
may
annoying.
not know, they deal damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters.
It's fun to combine with First Strike.
I don't know if I mentioned either, but -1/-1 counters is the theme of this.
All right. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. That's mean. That's mean.
All right.
Is it really quick? I'm just going back up to this Sephiroth. Is it whenever a creature dies? Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not just that ETB. Interesting. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What are you talking about?
That sucks.
This is kind of where my mind goes at 3 in the morning.
I like it.
There you go. All right. Moving on, we have the next creature here. We have Courtly Provocator for 2 and a blue. It's a human, it's a wizard. It's a 1/1. You can tap it to have target creature attack this turn if able, or you can tap it to target creature blocks this turn if able. I like that.
What an annoying card. I haven't seen that one before. It's a 1 power. I gotta get that for Rigo. That's really funny. That's super annoying. You can make it attack or block. I like it. I'm a big fan of that. We have our Fang Skulkin. 2 mana. It's a scarecrow, a 2/1. Pay 2, target black creature gains Wither until end of turn. Ugh, this deck is hurting. That's a terrifying artwork, by the way.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Ron Brown. Pop that up larger on the screen. I don't like that.
Next up, we've got the Guild Pact Informant. 2 and a blue for a 1/1 fairy rogue with fly. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, proliferate.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if I've
to the
seen that
next
one
card. Whoop. Sorry?
I haven't seen this one really either. It's I like this card selection so far.
All right. The next card we have here is Haunted Phantasm. For a 1 double blue, it's a spirit. It's a 4/6. The Haunted Phantasm is unblockable, and when it comes into play, you put 5 1/1 red goblin creature tokens into play under target opponent's control.
It's Group Hug, you gotta believe me.
It is technically Group Hug. I'm seeing the vision. In fairness, you are trying to give people something. Is that something -1/-1 counters? Sure, but you're still giving. It's still
still a gift.
Yeah, who's turning their nose up at a gift? You're bad hosts.
Yeah.
We have a Lockjaw Snapper here. 4 mana, 2/2 Scarecrow again with Wither. When it's put into a graveyard from play, you put a 1/1 counter on each creature with a -1/-1. You put a -1/-1 on each creature with a -1/-1 on it. I like that.
Then we've got Massacre Girl. 3 double black for a 4/4 legendary human assassin with menace. When she enters, each other creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn.
Ooh.
That's gross. I had a Massacre Girl deck, and shockingly, no one liked it.
Weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Not a single person enjoyed playing with it. It is one of the only decks I've ever just taken apart because it was so inherently unfun. It might
You're saying that we should all build one again.
we could go that route. I'll unlock those demons. Yeah, Massacre Girl's a rough card to come down, and especially in a deck like this where you can chain reaction. Sephiroth. Then you have to start playing that, like, you know, the choir, like Sephiroth music. Yeah, you got to have that like queued up on your phone for when you drop those cards. Just please stop sound dropping, Daniel.
Here we have again Massacre Girl. Don't kill her this time. For 2 double black. Legendary creature, human assassin. It's a 4/4, has menace. Okay, the difference is creatures you control have wither, and whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, if its toughness was less than 1, draw a card. Ooh, chances of you drawing out, I wonder how big they are.
Honestly,
Wow.
that's a pretty cool card. I kind of I overlook. I've been hating. I've been professionally hating on a lot of the recent sets, so I haven't gone too deep into them. But that's a pretty cool card. You don't really see that one. Kind of want to build it. Creatures you control have with it. That's mean. I like this. You have. I also really enjoy the flavor text too. That did I do it? You'll have to be more specific. Love it. We have the Massacre Worm as well. I feel like you got to run these cards, and the Massacre Worm has come down so aggressively in price too. 3 triple black for a 6/5 Phyrexian Worm. When it enters, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life.
It adds up.
Yeah, sure. It's a surefire way to kill me. All I play is dork tokens.
Then we've got Morbid Opportunist. 2 and a black for a 1/3 human rogue. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn.
I like the fact that they have once each turn. It's so much better so that you don't have infinite loops going on.
That's fair.
Ooh, this was fun. Nightmare Shepherd for 2 double black. It's an enchantment creature and it's a demon. It's a 4/4 and has flying. When another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, you create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's 1/1 and it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. This is a really, really fun card.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've got in the creature section here is going to be a target for removal.
Yeah, I kind of don't like any of it, to be honest. Not unless I was playing it. If I was playing it, then I like it for sure. We have a Persistent Constrictor. 4 and a black for a 5/3 zombie snake. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they lose 1 life, and you get a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature they control. You put a -1/-1 on. That's fun. So you're draining people and putting counters on, and it has persist when it dies. If it has no -1/-1 counters on it, return to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter.
Yeah.
That's also cool artwork.
Next up, we've got Plague Crafter. 2 and a black for a 3/2 human shaman. When it enters, each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card.
True. Yeah,
Annoying.
this flavor text is technically group hug. My power is generosity in a way. I give my survivors an appreciation for their lives. This is the group hug attitude of this deck.
It's a jigsaw line.
Yeah.
Hurrah. Thank you so much. I did not need that creature. Bye.
Remember this gift.
All right, we have a Royal Assassin for a 1 double black human assassin. 1/1. You can tap it, destroy target tapped creature. Nice and classic.
Yeah.
We have a Scheming Assistant as well. 1 and a black for a 1/3 Phyrexian Advisor. Whenever you proliferate, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. I don't know why I don't see that in Atraxa more.
Not enough room.
That's true. Right? What do you cut? Also, the next card's terrifying. Why is your card selection so spooky?
Oh, you know.
When I have nightmares playing against this deck from looking at it and from the counters.
They're just the fun little guys. They look scary, but they're really harmless. But we've got Skin Render. 2 double black for a 3/3 Phyrexian zombie. When it enters the battlefield, put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature.
Yeah, that's mean. Don't like it.
A Slaughter Specialist for 1 and a black. Vampire Warrior 3/3. When Slaughter Specialist enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 human creature token. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on the Specialist. So it's pretty much like your commander.
Sephiroth too.
Yeah.
Ooh. We have the Sludge Monster. 3 double blue for a 5/5 horror. Whenever it enters or attacks, you put a slime counter on up to 1 other target creature. Non-horror creatures with slime counters on them lose all abilities and have base power toughness 2/2. Is this a secret
At least
Toxrill
it's
deck?
not Toxrill.
That's what I was, is there a secret Toxrill in here that we're tutoring the whole section? You have all the rocks you need for it. You got all the hate. If I'm seeing a Toxrill coming up here.
There is no Toxrill.
I'm sitting here running the alphabet QRS.
Wait
just a minute.
Make changes before we keep on going. Make changes.
I'll just say, if you don't like your playgroup, Toxrill's a very easy piece of upgrade.
Yeah.
It's pretty on theme for what you're doing. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I don't want to mention them too much, but I will say that the secret layer SpongeBob thing, where they just like took it in a full joke, not serious direction, that did actually kind of make me laugh a little bit, that they made a Toxrill, like a Gary the Slug Toxrill.
Yeah, I am incredibly grateful that those are all reprints.
Yeah. Again, a new version of Toxrill is never going to make me unhappy, but I am glad that they did, like you said, that they're joke cards and that they're reprints. Because again, I don't mind like a reskin, but just the like new cards, like the Ricks, that kind of stuff. I did not want SpongeBob versions.
Yeah.
You take our next card. Over here dying.
Yeah. We've got the Solemn Simulacrum, 4-mana 2/2 artifact creature golem. When it enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. And when this creature dies, you may draw a card.
Right. Then we have a Soul Stinger for 3 and a black. It's a Scorpion Demon. It's a 4/5. When it enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on target creature you control. When a Soul Stinger dies, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature for each -1/-1 counter on Soul Stinger.
I am not immune to the counters.
I like
In
this.
this group hug, we're all in this together.
Everybody gets one. Yeah. That's kind of cool. You can also, if you don't want to, you can just dump it on your commander, who's going to have so many anyways.
Yeah.
We have our Sir Conrad the Grim, 3 double black for 5/4 human knight. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent, and 1 in a black. Each player mills a card. Yeah, pretty good.
And the final creature here is Thrumming Bird. 1 in a blue for a 1/1 Phyrexian Bird Horror with flying. Whenever a Thrumming Bird deals combat damage to a player, proliferate.
Yeah.
No Toxrill, it's friendly. You gotta believe me.
I'm seeing nothing else in the teas. I'm trusting for now, but yeah, I like your creature section. It's very unique, interesting. I think it's you here, Sherman, with our enchantments. Ooh.
All right. So we're just going straight down?
Yeah, I take all of my compliments back.
All right. Oh, this card's
I just
fun.
realized
Okay.
something.
We have a Bloatfly Infestation for 2 and a black. It's an enchantment because we're enchantments. Duh. When a creature is put into a graveyard from play, if it had a -1/-1 counter on it, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature.
That's gross.
I love this
What
card.
did you just realize, Slothy?
I realized that I may have accidentally put in a 3-card infinite.
Uh-oh.
But please
Oops.
read the next card, and then I'll explain.
All right. So we crack into our Nest of Scarabs. Again, just terror artworks on all of these. These are all 2 and a black for an enchantment. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on a creature, create that many 1/1 black insect creature tokens. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters. Yeah, -1/-1. I keep saying 1/1. They're all -1/-1. So whenever you put -1/-1s, you make black insects.
Correct.
Okay.
But yeah, just looking at this right now, Nest of Scarabs, Blowfly Infestation, and Sir Conrad will drain the table.
Yeah. Well, Blowfly Infestation and Nest of Scarabs alone can already wipe the table of everyone's creatures too. Because you put a -1/-1 on a black insect, it has a -1/-1, you put it in, then you get a black insect.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of keep it going.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Whenever you put 1 or more whenever a creature is put into a graveyard. I don't know if that loops exactly how I think it does, but I know the Sir Conrad does.
Scarabs and Blowfly, I think, is just infinite ETB and LTB.
Yeah, whenever you put -1, so you would get 1, then it would die, and it would die, and then you would get 1, and then it would, yeah.
And then Sir Conrad would just drain everyone for whenever a creature goes to the graveyard, right? So the tokens go into the graveyard, everyone loses a life.
You must forgive me for this, Sherman, but technically it's not infinite because you can stop it.
Okay. We won't go there.
But yes, this is an infinite combo.
Oops.
Yeah. Again, it all depends. If you're doing that and stuff, then that's mean.
Sorry.
No, that's mean. I like it. It's accidental infinites are a thing. It's kind of fun to see them that way, but if you're not using them that way, then
it's hard. It's hard to build decks now that don't involve infinite combos. It's like, I have to stress that. Like, where there's so many card interactions nowadays, that's very, very, very difficult to catch this sometimes.
Yeah, moving on here, we've got Pestilence. 2 double black. End of each turn, no creatures are in play, sacrifice Pestilence, and you can pay black to have it deal 1 damage to each creature and each player.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh. Fun. So we want people to not attack us. We have propaganda for 2 in a blue. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. Fun times.
This is the only time I pay the 2. I want vengeance.
Times like this, when people have propaganda, I'm like, quick, goad me. Then I don't have to pay.
Yeah. I like this. Let's go into our instance here. We have an Essence Flux, 1 blue. Exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's a spirit, it gets a 1/1, but it's going to get more than 1/1.
Yeah.
Little blink.
Then we've got Flatline, 2 in a blue. Creatures your opponent control have base power and toughness 0/1 until end of turn.
I'm also going to buy that card. We're all playing Rigo decks.
Yeah, Flatline's so good. It's like a cheaper Sudden Spoilings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
Actually, how much is Sudden Spoilings now?
I think it's around $5.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a few bucks.
Ew. All right. We will go on to the next card here while we talk about that or search it up. We have Fuel for the Cause for 2 double blue. Counter target spell, then proliferate. Ooh, that's a fun card.
Disrespectful flavor text. Your ideas will be discarded and your will repurposed. Disrespectful. We have a Go for the Throat. 1 in the black. You destroy target non-artifact creature, which is hitting a lot.
Then we've got Grim Affliction. 2 in a black. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature, then proliferate.
And then we have an Infernal Grasp for 1 in a black. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. This was a great one. This is another great one.
Yeah. I'm always like, I could start running interaction, but
interaction is fun.
Not for me. Not for me. I try to interact with combat damage. We have a negate, 1 and a blue. Counter target non-creature spell.
Then we've got Rapid Hybridization. Blue. Destroy target creature, can't be regenerated. That creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token.
I like that Bloomburrow art a lot.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Oh, fun. We have a 6-sided die for 2 in a black. It's an instant. Okay, we choose target creature, roll a 6-sided die. If we roll a 1, it has base toughness 1 until end of turn. If we roll a 2, put 2 -1/-1 counters on it. We roll a 3, 6-sided die deals 3 damage to it, and you gain 3 life. If we roll a 4, it gains -4/-4 until end of turn. If we roll a 5, you destroy it. If we roll a 6, you exile it. This is such a fun, stupid card.
Yeah, none of these are bad modes in this deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're kind of happy with whatever you get for this one.
It's a life gain deck. You've got to believe me.
They should just, for next unset, they should just have a 1-sided die. And then just have a picture of a ball.
True. This is, I like all these options. These are fun. I like to roll dice and flip coins.
Yeah.
I'm simple like that. We have Splendid Agony. 2 and a black. Distribute 2 -1/-1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures.
Then we've got Steady Progress. 2 and a blue. Proliferate. Draw a card.
Ooh, we have a Tragic Slip. For a single black, target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, but it has Morbid. That creature gets -13/-13 until end of turn instead if a creature died this turn. This is fantastic.
This is always the Avacyn killer for me.
So true.
Yeah, always. I'm more than willing to. I love to swing in and you block it with your indestructible creatures, thinking that you're above God himself, and then suddenly Tragic Slip. It's nice. We have a too early Virulent Wound. 1 black. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. When that creature is put into a graveyard this turn, its controller gets a poison counter. Secret Infect.
I think that's the only Infect card in here.
It's the only one you need.
Yeah. Then we've got Whisper of the Dross. Black for target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Proliferate.
I like this. I like that a lot of these are just pretty cheap pieces of interaction.
Yeah.
I really should.
Join the dark side.
I should stack up on some some Tragic Slips and some things like that. Like the hybridization's still expensive. I get that. You're running 32 lands again, hey?
Always.
People were not liking that. Someone was commenting, they're like, yeah, like I run like a minimum of 40. I was like, that's incorrect.
That is a lot of lands.
If you listen and you run a minimum of 40, I'm sorry, but we disagree.
I don't know. 32 is still pretty low for me. I run 34 to 35.
That's fair. I'm a 33 no matter the deck kind of person. I have a caveman brain. My brain likes that number. That's it. It's just like a caveman. I've got lots of rocks I've collected. That's all I need.
Yeah.
It's all 33 and rocks. Easy numbers to remember.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too.
Exactly.
32 and a crap ton of rocks.
Yeah, Oonga Boonga magic. You guys get it?
Any lands here that are important, Slothy?
Not a one.
Not a one.
Who's starting our sorceries here?
Me.
Take it away.
All right. We're into sorceries here. First one we have is Contingent Plan. For 1 and a blue, you proliferate and you draw a card. That's it.
Yeah. I like it. There's nothing wrong there. Also, like I said before, we don't really see a lot of these cards up close and personal. A lot of time they're just on the table. But whenever we're looking at it for these deck techs, it's like nice to see what's actually going on in them. And you can see like the Jace, the Vraska, the Ral in it. I've never noticed that piece of that's who's in it.
Yeah.
We have Drown in Ichor. 1 and a black. Sorcery. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Proliferate. Uh-oh.
Then we've got Feed the Swarm. 1 and a black. Destroy target creature or enchantment opponent controls. You lose life equal to that permanent's mana value.
Ooh. Really quickly, what kind of horror themed deck are you putting on here?
Like, it's Slothy.
Like the all of it. The artworks are so grim. Like I'm talking Regal. I'm like, hooray, cats and 0/1s. And you're just like, I destroy everything. And then I'm sitting there looking at my destroyed creature with the Spineworm's venom contains a powerful anesthetic, allowing victims to watch in peace as their bodies are stripped to the bone. It's a children's game. It's a game for children. There's a SpongeBob secret lair.
I mean,
SpongeBob Writhes in Agony, 7th layer of hell. Whoa.
I will be doing that to every SpongeBob I see.
Just alter the card so that you had the spine words coming out of each hole from the sponge.
Ooh.
There you go.
I don't like that visual.
Let us move on. So we stop having that visual then. We have Incremental Blight for 3 double black. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. 2 -1/-1 counters on another target creature. And 3 -1/-1 counters on a third target creature. This is a great card because like you have a chance of literally removing 3 creatures.
Yeah.
Removing 3 creatures and potentially getting +3/+3.
Yeah.
True. Even if you don't remove the 3 creatures too, you're permanently like wrecking the board state of some creatures though.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. We have a Mass Diminish. 1 and a blue. Until your next turn, creatures target player controls have base power and toughness 1/1. and then it has flashback for 3 and a blue. So you're essentially just assuring a board wipe when you hit that Sephiroth.
Whichever
Pretty
one
much.
of you decides you want to be my friend is the only person who will not be diminished.
True. I don't negotiate with terrorists.
And
Oh,
that is why
God.
your creatures are dead.
Please leave them alone.
Next up, we've got Rise of the Dark Realms. 7 double black. Put all creature cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control.
Game winner.
Got to be able to close things out somehow.
Yeah.
Honestly, just nothing but wins in the flavor text today. Like, for every living person, there are generations of dead. Which realm would you rather rule? That's pretty heavy metal.
Yeah.
This card also got a great like set of reprints and stuff. It was fairly expensive for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a $15 card or something like that.
Yeah, like it was. It's a very nice because it got one in Foundations, and also the Murs at Karlov and a Jumpstart version. Like it's been. Other than that, it was like way back in 2014, right? So it was pricey.
It was needed.
Yeah, it's a big spell, but big spells have a home in Commander, right?
Yeah.
I just changed the version of it.
Which
but
one?
I need to find this one. It's the like the old monster poster one.
Oh, the
Oh.
Yeah.
which one is that? Jumpstart?
It's a Secret Lair one.
Secret Lair drop. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is a really cool. Unlock your doors, they're coming home. Yeah, that's wicked. There's a lot of cool secret layers and stuff. Not all of them are for me, but that was pretty cool. Sherman.
Okay. We're going to move on here to the next card. It's going to be Sign in Blood for double black. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life.
Nice and simple. It's a good kind of staple card.
This card was what we did. 5 cards and 3 commanders for the spell books. This was card number 6.
That's fair. I've got to say, I really liked talking our signature ones. It was fun. We got a lot of nice feedback on that episode, so I appreciate everyone who said nice things about it and listened to what makes up our playstyle. Everyone who bet themselves it was a howling mine for me. You win. We've ripped through this one pretty quick, but that's okay. So we have a Tezzeret's Gambit as our final card in this list. It's 3 and a Phyrexian blue, so you can pay a blue or 2 life. You draw 2 cards, then you proliferate. Yeah, I like this. This especially for like for the theme of this, right? This is a fun theme to go on, but it's very very upgradable in the path you got. Like I said initially with like a Toxrill, you can throw a Toxrill into here pretty easy and stuff. You can go a little harder into the annoying proliferate kind of themes. Like there's a lot of like cool stuff, but the going into -1/-1 counters and the death of their creatures is really fun.
That's a fun take.
Yeah, you could add like Mayha will be really good in this, or Maha.
Yeah.
There was another creature I was looking at as well. What's he called?
Maha's a strong one. You can put in make -1/-1 anthem theme, so you have like Karavek the Spiteful, things like that. You have there's so many.
Yeah.
Necroskitter. That's the one I was thinking of.
Necroskitter's an interesting one.
Yeah.
There's like Maha. I would definitely put a Maha in here.
Yeah. The only problem is Maha is still expensive, right? It's still like a $13-14 card.
Yeah, $13.
Yeah, and they're kind of hard to find, to be honest.
Yeah, people really ate the Bloom Barrel stuff up.
Yeah. So a lot of packs open, but a lot of people kept a lot of cards. So
you could also put in the I think it's the black Praetor, not Praetor, the Dominus, whatever. Let me look here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Drivnod. It's 3 double black for an 8/3 Phyrexian Horror. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers again. So every time something dies, 2/1/1s on it, which is pretty easy, and then you can exile 3 creature cards from your graveyard, make the Dominus indestructible.
Nice.
Yeah, there's like a lot of really, really cool and easy like upgrade paths to this deck, but this deck would just be fun, just straight on its own. Like you said, like the Karavik, the Spiteful, like those kind of the Anthem, the anti ones. You could always upgrade it with like the more sacrifice theme, like your Shoulder, that kind of stuff. I like the direction you took though. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice and simple. So
You've got a lot of high cost stuff in here, but you do have a really hardy ramp package. So
Yeah,
Well-
the average mana value is 2.99.
that's not bad.
Yeah, so it's not bad, but at the same time, like it's more like a tempo play, right? So like people are bringing stuff out, and then the moment he brings out his commander, like it's pretty much like board wiping, right? So
Mhm.
like he might be behind a bit at the beginning, but once he gets going, it's gonna be hard to stop.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more of tempo, like a play on tempo with everyone else than like just like going like crazy.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is that like the game plan for a deck like this obviously is that you just have to survive the early game, because you have a board wipe in the command zone that's going to deal with a fair bit of things. There's a early game especially, right? A lot of things are going to die to that -2/-2, enough to make this the threat on the table in almost every game. I can't think of a single commander game I've played where we hit a turn 6 and it's only like 7 7s on the board.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that
Like,
just doesn't really happen.
yeah, that would be quite the play group we'd be playing with there.
That sounds like fun.
I was just trying to look up like other blinks and stuff, and I forgot about this splash portal one, and I need to pick up more of those. That Bloomburrow one.
What's that one do again?
It's just 1 blue, exile target creature you control, return to the battlefield under owner's control. If it's a bird, frog, otter, or rat, you draw.
Ooh, that's fun.
But just more 1 mana blink is kind of nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of like blinks here and there. So like he has the Essence Flux. That's great. There's a lot of them. There are 2, so you're gonna have like Siren's Ruse. You're gonna have Teferi's Time Twist or whatever.
Yeah. Another
like that.
Another one that could be fun to put into the deck is I can't remember.
Displacer Kitten.
Displacer Kitten is cool, yeah. It's one of the ones if they control a land. It's the
Describe it.
Oh, I found it. It's the Massacre. 2 double black. If an opponent controls a plains and you control a swamp, you can play it without paying its cost, which is nice. And all creatures get -2/-2.
Fun.
So that would be a hard thing to threat assess around, because like you give everything a pre -2/-2 Sephiroth hits for another -2/-2. I cry. I guess you would do it in reverse too, right? Like I drop Sephiroth out, all the creatures that initially die. Okay, well, Slothy's tapped out, so at least the other things, and then the Massacre hits.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
There's a lot of these like cool cards. I think I'm gonna build that Karlov Massacre Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, Known Killer.
That one looked really fun to me going through that list. Like I wish both of the Massacre Girls kind of had like a second color in them, but give me some white, a little bit of Orzhov, we'd be set. But yeah, that's I was gonna say I like the direction that you went with this. It's very cool. It's very cheap. Nice bracket too, not too salty. Salty enough.
Oh, you just got to play test it a few times, see if it's above bracket 2 or not.
Yeah. It's this deck, like the thing I like about it is it gave me a bunch of ideas. I like a deck that shows me cards I don't really see, kind of makes me want to play with and stuff like that. Like there's definitely some cool, a lot of the -1/-1, the blowfly infestation, nest of scarabs. That's all stuff I want to put in this newly theorized Massacre Girl deck. Am I just missing out on a lot of stuff that's cool because I'm hating so hard? Is that it? I just hate the
Probably.
hat sets too much, and now there's cool stuff in them.
Nah, you're
Hating
the proper amount.
I'm not hating nearly enough.
I don't know. I still got to play
You're
around with
not-
Start Your Engines. I know you
You're
guys
not
don't like it
hating
in max speed.
That's true.
You're not hating enough to dive into it and really learn every card.
I have to study them to hate them properly.
I played around with the exhaust mechanic a bit, and to be honest, like it is kind of fun. So, and I've started to play around with collect evidence.
Mhm.
So, and it's not bad. Like I don't mind it. It's almost like escape. Like it's better in a sense than like Dredge or Escape or stuff like that. Well, not Dredge. Dredge is like the ultimate, the best, right? But like like you know what I mean, like like Escape, Delve, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, collect evidence is pretty good because sometimes you're just exiling one card. You know, it's like it says like collect evidence 6. Okay, here goes this big card that I don't really care about. So yeah.
The collect evidence, I didn't play around a lot with the Karlov Manor stuff, but I did really think that they're like just before we go here, the precons. I thought those precons were really cool.
Yeah.
I
a lot of.
Oh, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it's definitely seems that even if we're not huge on the set, a trend is that we've all really generally enjoyed at least one of the precons that came with it.
Mm-hmm. The like the Mirko deck is like, I've seen a lot of people really enjoy playing the Mirko deck. I love it's not Faceless Menace, that's the Sultai one, but the upside down cards one, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Naya one.
Faust, yeah. That like I really liked that one that had like the Salt Bear in it. Like that was just such a cool. I really enjoyed playing that one. The Nelly Borka, that was like another, like they were like really cool precons for sure. Like I like things that do the Strixhaven-y change the archetype, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously we had a Bant deck that drew because there's not enough Simic or Bant ones that enable card draw. That one was really thinking outside of the box, guys.
Morska.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I did really like making that Scooby-Doo commander.
Yeah. Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia, yeah, the dog detective. There is a video up of it, like on our YouTube, of me just getting just beat so badly with that deck. It's Connor's playing his Rasputin Blink deck. He got rid of like every permanent I controlled. It was rough. I on the video I played, I can't even remember what it was, but it was just like I played my land for the turn. It was like a Savannah. Then I played like a Sky Diamond, and a lot of people in the comments were like, "Who does that? Why would you?" I broke their brain with my budget rocks and not budget lands. Yeah, but yeah, that's like I said, that's Slothy's deck. I think it's cool. Slothy, any closing comments on your deck here?
No, not really. You've given me an idea for a new deck, and I threw out this.
Oh,
it's I'm gonna try to find some of the most horror adjacent arts that I can, and that's gonna be the theme.
Yeah, spooky deck.
Spooky deck.
There you go.
I like it. The like I said, the artwork on here, it is very nice on theme, because a lot of these cards, like they really are like horrifying looking, like back up to it, like this Fang Skoken, right? But the nice thing about these is thematically, -1/-1 counters are horrifying, right? Because they often don't kill you immediately. They're the impending doom that keep ticking closer and closer. I like it. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of this list. Any outro thoughts, Sherman, or are we just rolling our credits here?
No, we're good.
Bam! Thank you guys for getting through another one of these episodes with us. If you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. It's the easiest way to support us, and it's always appreciated. Leave comments. It's fun to chat with people and see what they think about decks, and I actually get a lot of cool ideas from people in the comments, so it's very nice to do that. If you want to go above and beyond that, come chat and build decks with us on Patreon. Great patrons, and we appreciate all of them. We've got to do a nice thank you for everyone who's on it, but it's really nice. I really enjoy talking to everyone on the Discord with patrons, so I appreciate it a lot. If you want any of these cards, like this $50 Sephiroth, go over to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. You're going to get a discount at checkout. It's going to support us. It's going to support a wonderful business. And yeah, they have really good selection, really fast shipping. They're out at a lot of the events. They're wonderful to deal with. Put these cool things in the AR armor sleeves. And yeah, just don't hurt me with -1/-1 counters. That's my last comments. I also kind of want to know if anyone who's like listening through this, how many lands do you guys run? Are me and Slothy just crazy? Like is 40 where it should be? Am I wrong? Am I blind to the light of truth?
I think you're crazy.
Yeah. That's it. Now we give the people what they want, the outro music. Free of my talking while I still talk. Honestly, the song's a vibe. I really enjoy it. Okay, and now we're done.
Laters.
See ya.